Hello friends, welcome to Rock Creek in Kinsey State Park, I think it's called, here in Illinois someplace. I forget and can't pronounce the name of it. Bourbonnais, I think. Name here. Welcome to it. Holy smokes, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. As you can tell, we've got this creek surrounded by these rock cliff walls, which actually made accessing this creek a little bit tricky. There's a beautiful trail that comes up along the ridge up here next to the river, but not along the river. So I could hear the river in the background and it was driving me crazy. I finally found a not too terribly precarious little trail down to this bit of shore that you can access. And believe it or not, as gorgeous as this is, I'm having a hard time finding a photograph. I have, in the midst of all of this, found a leaf on a rock over there, and I think that's what's gonna be my first shot. This is gonna be the shot that gets the camera out of the bag and gets me moving. There's always that just kinda, at the start of a trip, at the start of an outing where you're walking around, everything's still kind of packed up, and you're just like, I don't know, is it worth it? I don't know, is it worth it? I don't know, is it worth it? And you finally just give up, and you're like, this worth it or not, I'm gonna take it. And that just gets your juices flowing and gets you moving and gets you going. So this is my juice flowing shot, my get me going shot right here. Little, I think it's an oak leaf, a little on a damp kind of brown and yellowish rock. Really simple. It's got a couple of little leaves of, looks like probably duckweed stuck to it. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a little contrast of that bright green and the dark brown. So we're gonna set up on this and get this shot. And when I'm ready, I'll show you what we're looking at. Beautiful day. All right, we've got it. We're all set up on our little leaf on a rock. It's great. There's some yellows in this rock that are kind of popping through. I put a polarizer on the lens to help pop the colors a little bit, mostly to help kind of pop that contrast between the brown leaf and the little tiny green leaves of what I believe is duckweed. I'm not sure, but it's also really helping accentuate the yellows that are in this rock on the edge of it. I'm going to show you here what we're looking at. And this is the shot for the better part. You can see my beautiful leaf right down here. It's a great little oak leaf just sitting on this rock. And I got these beautiful little yellow striations over here. Now you see this little pool of water down here in the corner. I want that in there. It adds some interest. It's kind of fun to look at. But I had to be really careful positioning my tripod. So I was out here futzing for probably 10 minutes trying to get the reflection of my tripod out of that water. And it also means that I need to step back a bit when I take this shot. So I'm just kind of 2-second timer on that shutter, and I hit it and step back when we take the shot. We are shooting this at ISO 100, f11, 1 second. Focused on that leaf. I've got my camera flat to that leaf, same focal plane as that leaf. Reason for that is I don't want a focus stack. If you saw my last video, you'll know I failed miserably at a focus stack. So I'm a little gun shy, 1. And 2, it's not my preferred method. If I can get it all at once, I would like to do that. Just get it all sharp all at one time, or let the fall where it may, because that's just kind of how the scene gets interpreted. I prefer that. But you know, those out of focus areas, if they are in your shot, you want them to be intentional. This is a flat scene. There's no reason for anything to be out of focus in this, and it shouldn't be. F11, flat, 2-second timer, step back. So literally packing up my bag, which was sitting right here, and as I bent over to put my camera back in it, I found this guy. This guy is beautiful. I'm not sure what it is, but little green sprout still coming up, still got little buds on it, little red and white buds on it. It's pretty small, so this is kind of a macro shot. I air quote this because I'm using a close-up filter, not a true macro lens, but I think by definition it is still at least as big, if not larger, than it is in real life in the image. And so I think that qualifies it for macro. I'm not sure what the technical definition of macro is. I think at least life size, right? And I just mentioned I hate focus stacking. I have to focus stack this one. It arches a little bit, and the close-up filter makes that focal plane real touchy. So because it arches ever so slightly towards me, I'm doing 4 or 5 images. I'm gonna do one on the stalk of the plant just for safety on that guy. And then I'm just gonna move my way up the stock, starting at the base. 4 or 5 shots all the way up. Let me show you here what this looks like on the back of the camera, because it's really simple and pretty. There it is. And you can see that thrown out background is giving it just kind of this great highlight. So it's almost like this natural vignette around this little bud of plant. And I think it's just really simple, pretty scene, and I love it. Just close up, like I say, 5-image focus stack. That's it. That's what this one's gonna end up being. It's really fun. Leaves in front of me. Beautiful yellow leaves with these red veins. So I'm gonna move this whole apparatus up high, shoot down, try not to step on my little friend, my new little friend down here, and get a shot of that. All right, it was a little bit of a struggle to get set up on this little scene. One, I didn't want to disturb my new little friend down here at my feet. And two, getting the focus distance right. Everything else was kind of tricky. I ended up not using a close-up filter on this. Just kind of got this great little starburst of all these bright yellow leaves with these gorgeous deep red just veins running through them, and that's the shot. Just kind of little focus stack on this one too, because again, I'm so close, shooting on a telephoto lens, and I got layers of leaves, so I've just kind of focus stacked my corners and each individual leaf, hopefully an edge of each leaf. So fingers crossed we got this one right, and this one's good because it's really pretty. This one's all about the color. I'll show you here what we're looking at. This is it right here. You can see just all these leaves. You got these beautiful little, I'm gonna zoom out a little bit because the still photograph is including this central branch right here where everything, oops, is just kind of exploding out from it. And then we got these just these fireworks of gorgeous, brilliant yellow leaves with the red veins running through them. This one's just that color contrast, very fall, very great. And I love this shot. Starting to sprinkle here, just a little bit, which is great. I'm gonna pack up the camera bag for real this time, scramble back up this hill, hit the trail, keep on going. We've barely started the day. I'm 3 shots in and super excited. This is fantastic. Feeling good about today. Feeling good about these shots. Fingers crossed they work out when I get home. This has turned out to be a really wet day, everybody. But I am enjoying it still. It's amazing. Found another shot, and I think the rain is lending to this composition. Woo, words are hard. I need to slow down in my speech and my photography. This shot, straightforward. This is about the contrast. This log, this fallen over log with this gnarly knot, and it's just got these inside are these just kind of still dry, rotting, yellow, just they look like fangs, just mouth, just it looks like just this alien mouth coming at you, and that's the shot. It's really straightforward, framed in really tight on the knot. It's filling the whole frame, and this is about that contrast between that dark bark and that white bark in the middle. Shooting this in an ISO 100 f/14. It's about 1.5 seconds, and that's it. One shot should get this whole thing in focus. I will take a couple more safety shots just to be safe. But let me show you here what we're looking at with this guy. It's just fun. This is total alien. Hello friends, it's future me, and you know what that means. I made a mistake. I forgot to hit record on the insert section of this video that you're watching me on currently. I was just distracted in taking the image and battling the rain. I hit the shutter button instead of the record button. So there's no camera point of view of me capturing this image. So apologies, and I hope that the finished image will suffice. Photography is just those textures and patterns, close-up shots of things. So today has been mostly all leaves and a fallen log. smokes, friends. This rain will not let up today. Guess it's okay. Obviously, I didn't let it stop me completely. It did slow me down a little bit, but I'm almost back to the trailhead, and quite frankly, you all are getting really wet, and I would like to pack you away into a safe, protective, dry bag so I can finish off this hike without anything getting destroyed. So I'm going to say goodbye. Goodbye from the Rock Creek Chief Shaw Trail here in Kankakee State Park in Illinois. That's where I am. I want to take this opportunity to thank you for coming along with me. It turned out to be a really great day. I mostly photographed leaves, and I mostly took all my photographs in one probably 30 square foot area. And there's nothing wrong with that. Found a spot, got some great shots, got a great hike. I want to thank you all for coming along with me. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you would like to see more, and tell your friends, because the more the merrier. And if you'd like to see some more of my work, please head on over to toddhphoto.com. There you can see some of the images I've made over the years. And if you'd like to get a little bit of it for yourself, sign up for that mailing list. I send out my blog once a month. It just has an image, a little story to go along with it, a little personal quiet stillness for yourself once a month. I appreciate everything, and you're watching. So long, and we'll see you next time.